New York City, a city growing faster than anyone could control. The streets were crowded, the newspapers were ruthless, and one murder would captivate the entire nation. A murder so mysterious that nearly 2 centuries later, nobody knows who committed it. This is the forgotten story of Marie Rogêt, the beautiful Cigar Girl, and the murder that inspired modern true crime. Marie Rogêt was not a celebrity in the modern sense, but in the New York of the 1840s, she was famous. Known throughout the city for her beauty, Marie worked at a popular cigar shop in Lower Manhattan. Customers didn't just come to buy tobacco. Many came simply to see her. Writers, businessmen, politicians, and curious young men crowded into the store. Newspapers referred to her as the beautiful Cigar Girl. For a young woman from a modest background, she had become one of the most recognized faces in New York. But fame can attract unwanted attention. And in Marie's case, it may have attracted something much darker. On Sunday, July 25th, 1841, Marie told her fiancé, Daniel Payne, that she planned to visit relatives. Nothing seemed unusual. She left home expecting to return later, but she never came back. At first, her family wasn't overly concerned. Travel delays were common. Communication was slow, but as the hours turned into days, worry began to spread. Marie had vanished without a trace. 3 days later, the mystery took a horrifying turn. Near a popular location called Sybil's Cave in Hoboken, New Jersey, a body was spotted floating in the Hudson River. When the body was brought ashore, the victim was identified as Marie Rogêt. She was only 20 years old. News of the discovery exploded across New York. Newspapers raced to print every detail. People gathered in crowds discussing the case. The city became obsessed. Who had killed Marie Rogêt? And why? The investigation quickly descended into chaos. This was long before modern forensic science. There was no DNA testing, no fingerprint analysis, no surveillance cameras. Investigators relied on rumors, witness statements, and speculation. And there was plenty of speculation. Some believed Marie had been attacked by a violent gang operating around the riverfront. Others suspected a jealous admirer. Still others wondered whether someone close to her knew more than they were saying. As investigators searched for answers, newspapers turned the tragedy into a national sensation. Every new rumor became a headline. Every witness statement became front-page news. The public couldn't get enough. The case became one of the most talked-about mysteries in America. Then another shocking development occurred. Months after Marie's death, her fiancé Daniel Payne was found dead. He had apparently taken his own life near the same area where Marie's body had been discovered. Beside him was a note expressing remorse for his life. Immediately, rumors spread. Did Daniel know something? Was he involved? Or was he simply overwhelmed by grief? No one could say for certain. As the investigation continued, a new theory emerged. A local woman named Frederica Loss claimed that Marie had died following a failed abortion attempt. The accusation shocked the public. Abortion was already a controversial subject. If true, it would completely change the story. But investigators struggled to verify the claim. Some believed it, others dismissed it entirely. Even today, historians remain divided. Meanwhile, other suspects appeared and disappeared. A sailor was questioned. Several acquaintances were investigated. Marie's employer was even scrutinized. Yet none of the evidence was strong enough to solve the case. One by one, leads collapsed. The mystery remained. But the story was about to become even stranger. Hundreds of miles away, a writer named Edgar Allan Poe became fascinated by the murder. Poe carefully studied newspaper reports. He followed the investigation, and he believed he could solve the mystery through logic. Using Marie's death as inspiration, Poe wrote a detective story called The Mystery of Marie Rogêt. The story closely mirrored the real case. Many historians consider it one of the earliest examples of true crime analysis and detective fiction. Ironically, even Poe could not provide a definitive answer. Like everyone else, he was left with theories, but no proof. As years passed, the murder remained unsolved, yet its impact continued to be felt. The case exposed weaknesses in law enforcement. Many critics argued that New York's policing system was outdated and ineffective. Debates surrounding Marie's death eventually contributed to calls for police reform. The case also influenced public debates about abortion laws and social issues throughout New York. In a strange way, Mary Rogêt changed history, not because her killer was caught, but because her murder revealed how unprepared society was to deal with crimes of this scale. Today, nearly 200 years later, historians still debate what happened. Was Mary attacked by criminals? Did she die during a secret medical procedure? Was she murdered by someone she trusted? Or is the truth forever lost to history? We may never know. What we do know is that Mary Rogêt became one of America's first true crime obsessions. A young woman whose tragic death captured an entire nation. A mystery that inspired literature, changed public policy, and remains unsolved to this very day. The beautiful Cigar Girl vanished into history, but the questions surrounding her death refused to disappear. And perhaps somewhere within the forgotten newspaper clippings, fading witness statements, and long-lost evidence, the answer is still waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this investigation into one of New York's most forgotten mysteries, subscribe for more true crime stories that history almost forgot.